Hello. In case you missed it, my club, the Everton Football Club, lost 4-0 to Minnesota. 4-0, yes. 4-0. No disrespect, but disrespect. To an MLS club. Are you taking the piss? Right? We're going to begin with something. A little special something. I call it the Everton poem. Here we go. For the opposition, it's a procession. We're lacking aggression. The club's in a state of regression. No possession, label it a transgression. Take some time for reflection. To provide a confession that we are absolute depression. And all we want is a reaction. Yes, I did write that, and despite it being cringy, a lot of it is true. Simply put, where do I begin? Where do I begin? I don't even think Frank knows where to begin. I don't think the owners know where to begin. I don't think we know where to begin. We're protesting and shit. Is that going to solve anything? Probably not. Let's begin with the big issues. Okay, we lost 4-0. We have not made signings. No secret. And obviously we know the exact reason why. We don't have any money, which is just grouse. On top of that, we have opportunities to sign players. We're playing hardball because A, we can't afford it. B, we're being stubborn. C, we're not being rational about it. And it's just not going well at all. Morgan Gibbs-White, Cornet, Dennis. Some of these, there were rumours it was going to go through at the start of the month. It is now the 22nd of July and nothing still has happened. We've had Tarkowski on a free, Richarlison's gone out. We're the replacements. We look garbage in front of goal. We look garbage defensively. We look garbage in the midfield. Unfortunately, the only player that plays well on a consistent basis is Pickford. And he's not even an outfield player. So what is he supposed to do when the backline's doing nothing? All he's got to protect is a net. And unfortunately, in a 1v1, you're not really winning. So, yeah, that's a problem. Midfielders, who do we get? I mean, the problem is, we have an opportunity to sign players. They want to come to our club. I don't know why you would, mind you. But we just can't give them promises. We can't give them what they want, you know. And it's just trash. There was a report at the start of the month, Mashiri basically saying, judge us at the end of the window. Why? At the end of the window, when the season has already started, we literally leave shit to the last minute every single season. I don't think I've supported this club one season where we've actually had a competent transfer window. It just sucks. I mean, if I see another Twitter post saying that we are interested in a player, I'm going to punch a wall because, mate, it never, ever eventuates. And it's all bullshit. It's all rumours. Until I actually see a deal go through, I'm not sold on it. But yeah, in realism, the board have screwed us over from a long time ago. And that reaction that I was talking about, or the poem says, where's that reaction coming from? Is it going to take us getting relegated? Is it going to take us losing 4-0 to Minnesota? You know, an MLS club. Come on now, have we really gotten to that point? It's just depressing. It is absolutely depressing. Now look, the America tour is over, and there's only a couple things you can extract. One of the things is we need to play the kids more, in the hope that they follow in Gordon's footsteps. Obviously, Gordon still has a lot of developing to do, but in saying that, if he's one of our best players, then that's saying a lot about the squad and its strength. So yeah, we've seen a bit of that from the kids in America, so, you know, give them a go. Seriously, give him a go, because it can't get much worse than what's happening right now. Tarkowski's a gun. He's an absolute brute. He obviously, you know, more often than not has to save us from ourselves. Yeah, it's not actually the work of the opposition. It is the work of us and being garbage. Look, I think, if anything, the America Tour has, amazingly enough, shed light on where the problems lie. And there's a lot of them. Where you begin, I've got no idea. Free transfers, mate, those will do wonders. Honestly, they'll do better than anything else. Because free players, that possibly would better our squad. I mean, Barkley's been on talks. He would make our team better. Gilmore on loan makes our team better. Just bring him in. Because seriously, what we're seeing right now, the product we're seeing right now is just absolute hot garbage. And I mean, we're not even 1 week into the season. We've already got protests. We've already got, outcry against the board. I mean, obviously that's been ongoing, but seriously, man, get your shit together. It just gets tiresome at a certain point. And honestly, do we have a lot left to give as supporters? I don't know. We can only give so much support before, all hope is lost. And at the moment, the hope's not looking too high. It was probably at one of its highest levels at the end of the season. Obviously we'd survived and we thought that was all behind us. Well, obviously not. The players have been training, but simply they're not up to the standard. They can only do so much. They can work as hard as possible, but if you don't have the talent there, well, who gives a shit, man? Who gives a shit? Work ethic's only going to get you so far. You've also got to be able to execute it on the on game day, not just the training ground. Look, I'm going to watch this team when they come to Australia, and I'm watching the game where we play an A-League side. The fact that I have, a little inkling in the back of my mind telling me that we're going to lose to an A-League team, that is just sad. That is just how far the team has fallen from where they once were, a decade ago, when we had a very, very strong team. And, those were the Cahill days, basically. That's why I follow the team, Cahill. But there are a lot of other capable players as well. Now, I mean, it's just a shadow. It's just a shadow of its former self. Look, all I ask, God, please help us. Please save us. I just want a bit of success. That'd be great. Frank Lampard, I want him to succeed. The board can go to the doghouse. Send them there. And don't let them leave, because they've just been diabolical. They have screwed our club over. I just want stability. I just want competence. That is it. We've got, a stronger footballing culture now. The fans and the coach relationship has been mended. The players, we can support them so much. I don't think that's ever been in doubt, but, it gets to a certain point where you can't back them anymore because they're just shit. They are just shit. You lose 4-0. Fans from America have been holding out to see this team, if they support them religiously from overseas. And to see that rubbish, hell no. Why on earth would you want to see that? You don't, to put it bluntly. So, it sucks. And look, where we go from here, where we begin, I hope that there is now more incentive to actually do something now that this disaster fest has happened. If we lose to Blackpool on the weekend, I'm just going to quit life, delete the club, and then we've got another game against Dynamo at the end of the month. And then it's basically all guns blazing. First game of the year against Chelsea. Obviously, they lost to Charlotte, but not in as bad a fashion. And at least they scored a goal. We have not scored a goal in pre-season. And whether that changes against Blackpool, you'd find it hard to, make sense of that happening after that performance against Minnesota. If we can't score against them, no offense, we're not scoring against anybody. But yeah, that is my rant. I decided to stand up for this because I felt a little bit more free talking about it, and also because I have a blocked nose while sitting down. But that is beside the point. Our team is in a shambles, or our club is in a shambles. We've got to back the players in. Obviously, it's a bit hard to do that when they suck, but at the same time, it is not their fault that they are playing for this team. It is the ownership that have inherited all these players and, ticked off all these moves that just logically don't make any sense and are overpaid. So, yeah, I don't know where to go from here. It's more so you're defeated as an Everton fan at this point. And as I said, as that Everton poem, as much as it is cringe, it actually encapsulates exactly what's going on from all aspects. On the field, off the field. Yeah, that's about it from me. Hope you enjoyed this one. Subscribe to the show. We're going to be doing match reactions, God help me, for the Everton games this season. So if you want to stay tuned for that, go ahead. But thank you. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, fellas.